not even just the ticket sales, merchandise sales, concession stands, parking. Dude, they are racking in money from every area when Caitlin Clark comes to town. So, of course, the Chicago Sky, oh, fine. I guess I'll milk that well until it's dry. Remember Caitlin Clark?
On the bigger basketball stage, did you notice what happened after the Chicago Sky announced they would move only Caitlin Clark's games to the United Center? Angel Reese was reportedly furious, as her games would stay at the original venue, prompting complaints that fans watch her too. However, the numbers tell a very different story.
It seems the Chicago Sky have had to move 2 of their home games to a larger facility, a larger basketball facility.
Let's clear up this misconception and explain why it doesn't hold up. Last season, Caitlin Clark's games attracted an average of nearly 177,000 viewers, while Angel Reese's games struggled to reach 9,000. This isn't about favoritism, it's about real revenue. And that's exactly why Reese is fighting a battle she simply can't win. It's not just happening in Chicago either. Across the WNBA, teams are scrambling to book bigger arenas whenever Clark comes to town.
We will double it into the next year, and this is going to be the first game ever, first WNBA game ever to be played at the United Center. I don't know why it's the first game ever, because the WNBA has had so many stars over the last 15 to 20 years.
Angel Reese is reportedly upset over a recent Chicago Sky decision that has made her question her value to the team. The franchise announced a surprising move that left the rookie star feeling sidelined. Next season, only 2 games will be relocated to the massive United Center, and both just happen to be against the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark.
I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Angel, the same Angel who once claimed, "They watch for me too," is now left stunned as her own team's actions speak louder than her words. The message coming from the organization couldn't be clearer, and it clearly stings. Reese hasn't been able to hide her frustration, visibly shaken by what this decision implies about her true drawing power as a star.
I'm sure, no doubt, this is the Angel Reese effect. I've got no doubts, no qualms. There's nothing. She even told me herself right here that it's not just one other player, it's because of her too.
This venue upgrade is far from a small change. The United Center can hold over 21,000 fans, more than double the 10,000 seat capacity of the Sky's usual home at Wintrust Arena. It's not just a few extra tickets. It creates an entirely different atmosphere and sends a clear message about who the Sky believes can actually fill those additional 11,000 seats.
What I do realize is that as of right now, no other Chicago Sky game have been moved to the United Center, except for one.
It's particularly telling that despite Angel Reese's huge social media presence and the buzz she generated across the league, she didn't receive any special treatment for her games last season. Even as one of the most talked about rookies alongside Caitlin Clark, Reese saw no venue upgrades. The stark contrast hasn't gone unnoticed by Angel herself.
Seems as if they got their end of their year report, looked at the bottom line and said, you know what? Slam shut. In 2025, we're going to be in the United Center. Maybe some of the owners were started talking behind the scenes, right?
Now, let's examine how the Sky may have been trying to influence perceptions. If this were truly about celebrating fan enthusiasm, why upgrade the venue for only the 2 games featuring Caitlin Clark? The selective nature of these upgrades reveals the real story. President Adam Fox attempted to frame the move as a reward for fan passion, but that explanation doesn't hold up when you consider the actual data.
They have Angels. Shouldn't all their games be played at the United Center? Question mark. No, I mean, that's inquiring minds want to know. That's a legitimate question.
The Chicago Sky are making a business decision in plain view, even in front of their own star player. This isn't some random scheduling quirk or coincidence. It's a clear statement about who the team believes is the true box office draw in women's basketball right now.
This is the first time that the Chicago Sky will be playing at the United Center. And so that should be cool, right? And it's the 2 times that the Chicago Sky are playing the Indiana Fever at home. The Chicago Sky are playing the Fever 5 times this year, and 3 of those times is in Indiana, 2 of those times is in Chicago.
This is where the numbers get really interesting. Beyond prestige or optics, moving Caitlin Clark's games to the United Center is projected to bring in an extra $4 million in revenue compared to keeping them at Wintrust Arena. When that much money is on the line, executives have no choice but to take notice and let the financial impact drive their decisions.
As a person who wants the game to grow, as someone who wants the Chicago Sky to make as much money as possible, as someone who wants to see big numbers at a WNBA game, I think this is great. I love it.
The $4 million boost from the venue change is just the tip of the iceberg when you look at Caitlin Clark's impact on attendance across the league. Decisions of this magnitude aren't driven by sentiment or social media buzz. They're based on solid, hard data.
As someone who loves the game of basketball, as someone who is a supporter of the Sky and wants everybody to make as much money as possible, I love this.
Simply put, Caitlin Clark isn't just attracting more fans. She's rewriting the WNBA attendance playbook. With Clark leading the way, the Indiana Fever didn't just edge past their previous attendance records. They shattered them, breaking the WNBA single-season attendance record by an incredible 36%. Imagine a rookie stepping in and immediately surpassing a record that had stood since 2001.
Last year, the Indiana Fever were in Chicago, and a lot of us were asking, why aren't they putting this in the big arena? Are they really that stubborn that they're ready to just turn away dollars just for a narrative?
It seems the team looked at their year-end numbers and decided, you know what? In 2025, we're taking it to the United Center. Behind the scenes, some owners were likely discussing Clark's enormous drawing power. During her rookie season, the Fever packed over 20,000 fans on 3 separate occasions, attendance numbers usually seen only in the playoffs. When was the last time a rookie in any sport commanded that kind of pull? It's practically unheard of.
At the end of the day, folks, in case we're all not aware, the owners, they might be talking a lot of hot shit, but they're capitalists at the end of the day. They want to make their bread at the end of the day.
Angel continues to argue that she deserves equal billing, but the attendance numbers tell a very different story. While Reese's games struggled to hit 9,000 fans, Clark's games consistently drew around 177,000. That's not a minor gap. Clark is regularly attracting nearly twice as many spectators.
Center, like I said, 21,000 capacity, 23,000 for concerts, 21,000 for capacity. Oh, we're going into the big boy arena and leaving the Wintrust Arena.
This is where the story gets even more striking. The largest crowd ever for the Chicago Sky didn't happen at any of Angel's games last season. In fact, their attendance record dates back to 2016, when they drew over 16,000 fans, back when Reese was still in high school and far from the professional stage.
1,387 people. What's that trend going along? Do you want to take this dollar bill, or do you want to double it and hand it to the next? Do you want to take this Caitlin Clark attendance record, or do you want to double it into the next year? Oh, you want to double it into the next year? Oh, say no more.
When Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese faced off, ticket demand and prices soared. But without Clark, interest barely moved. Teams across the WNBA are now relocating games to larger NBA arenas specifically for Clark, recognizing her unmatched drawing power. Clark alone drives massive attendance and revenue. Last season, she accounted for 25% of total league revenue, while no team has upgraded venues for Reese. The reality is clear. This isn't about favoritism, it's about financial impact. Reese can either accept the numbers and focus on her game, or continue competing in a battle that the box office has already decided.